First, praise my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Yes. It's kind of tough to pinpoint, man. I think they kind of just wanted it a little bit more than we did. They played with a sense of disparity, not in a negative way, but they really wanted to get the win tonight and get their kind of turn their season around, and we had a chance to really kind of setting ourselves up for staying out of the play-in with a win. But CJ came out firing, and I think that was tough on us in the beginning. Then obviously we allowed Zion to kind of get rolling at the end and attacking the basket. And I think we just didn't make shots either down the stretch too. That kind of just hurt us. But it was a good game. It was a good competitive game. Hats off to them. They competed, but we didn't have that same fight to want to win that they did.
Looking at that stretch where I think it was a 10-0 run by yourself, coach has been saying that, talk to me about maybe still looking at the basket. You want to do the other things, but still looking at the basket. How much was that a part of that stretch?
A lot of it was, but a lot of it was just being in the flow, being in the rhythm, and honestly, it was a lot of my teammates just gassing me on the sidelines too, and just that encouragement of just keep going, being aggressive, and they definitely kind of put me in a different mindset too, and obviously when you see one go in too from the three, that kind of entices you to shoot more, and I was fortunate that I was able to line some up and knock them down, but I mean it was a good run, it was a good stretch. I think we got it down to 2. We cut the lead down to 2, and I mean it was good hoops. It was good basketball. We had to sustain that, and wish we could have came on the other side of it.
Zion's obviously a major challenge to try and guard. You got to show him bodies. You guys did a pretty good job against him in the first 2 games. What do you feel like kind of got away in this one?
I think they did a good job of adjusting. I think that was the biggest thing. I think Coach Green did a good job of flashing guys to the middle, and then obviously having a weak side action with hitting the big on the flash, and then CJ or Trey Murphy coming off of a pin like a little step up. It's tough to guard. Those boys can knock down shots. So if we have Nurk just spying on Zion the whole time, he's not going to be up on the pick and roll or the DHO for that shooter. So it makes it tough. So that was their adjustment, and then eventually we calmed that down, and then they started flashing Dyson Daniels to the middle. He made some floaters. We weren't too worried about that, but he made 4 or 5 of them. So he's like, okay, you got to start respecting that. Another moment, I think Nance cut from the corner and got a dunk. I think in the second half, or first second half like that when we spied on them. So I mean, they did a good job of just adjusting, and then eventually, I think our bigs were like, shit, we're not going to keep getting beat, so they stayed back, and we can't catch him at the restrictor. There's nothing that, he's going to just jump, and he's at the hoop already. So I think they did a good job of adjusting. They did a really good job of adjusting.
Brad, back to your point, why would there be an issue with urgency on this team with 5 games to go and now 4?
I don't think it's an issue. I think why it wasn't there, I don't know. I think we were energetic enough to win the game. I think we were there. But they definitely, you could see they had a little bit more fight. Like, they obviously lost with their last 4, so they were hungry for a win. We should be in that same mindset of, we got to keep building on the success we've been having the last few games and the good feeling of the last few games. And I think we did good in the first half. I think the first half we played really well. I think the second half kind of dawned on us a little bit, that fourth quarter. I think we rallied really good in the third and even in the beginning of the fourth. And I think late, like you said, the last little 4 or 5 minutes, we kind of just slipped up a little bit. And it's tough to do when you're trailing the whole game. You're playing catch up, and you're trying to find a rhythm and trying to figure out what lineups to go with. Like, it's tough, but like you said, we shouldn't have that at this point of the year. I wouldn't say we have that issue, but time is of the essence. We only got, 4 or 5 games left, so
4, right?
Yep.
So you'll see.
We'll have it.
Brad, with how prolific of a passer you've been all season, What did it mean for you to open up the scoring tonight?
That I can do it. I know. I mean, it doesn't. I don't feel good about it because we lost. This is something like. I mean, I can care less about how many I scored in the L. I think for me, it's being aggressive. It keeps the floor open. It keeps defenses honest. I think they were trying to hide Zion on me, so I'm going to score. I think they were trying to hide several defenders on me because they figured I don't shoot as much, but I'm not allowing that to happen anymore. You know, I was kind of just reprogramming my mind of just, being aggressive, and my teammates and coaches all instilled that in me too, to just be aggressive, look for your shot, stop always looking to just, create and pass when you attack, but, at the same time, it keeps defenses honest, man. Everybody out there has to guard. We're not going to just allow you to hide and not be involved in action.
Brad, when it comes, you talk about the plan, when it comes to playing with that pressure, what is it like just kind of having that with you guys, and how do you feel like you're doing with, kind of all that expectation and stuff?
Well, I've been a part of the plan before in my career, and it's a little nerve-wracking, but it's another game. You show up and it's a double elimination, well, single elimination. You gotta make it work. But at the same time, like, we control our destiny a little bit. We just got to go out and compete and take it one game, one day at a time, and get better every day. We got a playoff series coming up. And if we're not locked in, it can get really ugly for us. So, we got a tough team on Tuesday, Wednesday, and we got to be ready to go.
In those situations where you or somebody else on the team is trying to attack a defensive personnel that it feels like you can go after, is the mindset to do that, let me kind of spread out and just go at them, or is it, hey, let's get to this set, let's get to this thing? What's more comfortable? What do you guys kind of lean into in those moments?
It's a good observation. It's a little bit of both. You obviously, we have good guys who can score and go one-on-one against anybody in the league, but at the same time, it gets tough, and you have four other set of eyes watching you, and it can load up, make adjustments, and make it tough for you in a one-on-one game. But keeping that person, whoever that target is, involved in different actions, whether it's pick and rolls, DHOs, or pin downs, like running off screens, like that keeps them engaged. That keeps them, keeping them from hiding, so to speak. And so those are ways, both, whether it's ISO ball with K, Book, or, we just keep the ball flowing and make that defender move.